This is the MLW Radio Network. This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
High anxiety. I don't know the rest of the words. High anxiety from the Mel Brooks movie called High Anxiety.
Yes.
As of this recording, February 11th, 2023, it is the day before the Super Bowl. This is dropping the morning after the Super Bowl. So I'm either really happy or really fucking bleh. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's a tough one to call because it's like I want to be excited, but I know that like future me may not be excited. So I'm trying to like couch it where it's like approach this like, hey, let's talk about the Super Bowl coming up, and we could talk about it in terms that'll be evergreen. But I'm also like, fuck, I want to see the Eagles win. So
absolutely,
but hard to, can't call it.
Yeah. It's just I'm optimistic, but I also don't want to be overly cocky about it and be the mush and be the jinx.
Right. The mush. Oh my God, that's a Bronx Tale reference. I fucking love it. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate you.
I don't want to sound like a Cowboys fan. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I want to be a jerk off.
Put him in the fucking closet. I can't look at him while he's fucking standing here.
In the bathroom.
That's right. Put him in the fucking bathroom. Love that flick, man. Well, listen, I got to do this at the top of the program here just to get us started for this show.
Fucking gang day. Go Birds!
Yep, that's right. Tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow.
I like the reverse thing because I'm like cropped out of the photo.
That's what I was doing when you were to high anxiety. I was like, no one can see me, so I'm in here going like this. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Dickhead.
It's the Super Bowl, fucking dickhead. Let me see. I got to pull that up from Angel, too. Shout out to Angel Azavano, man. He's always sending me quality shit, dude. He's always just doing something insane with this stuff. He just
like a Mind of the Meanie. Yo, it's the Mind of the Meanie, dickhead.
Fucking dickhead. Here it is. Got it.
It's the Philly thing.
Super Bowl champs, you fucking dickhead.
I got to get him to do that. Yeah, it's a Mind of the Meanie, you fucking dickhead.
I was watching, there's a guy, I should shout him out anyway. He calls himself the Philly captain. And he goes to all the sports events and walks around. Like he was walking around the San Francisco game in the parking lot the whole time, and just capturing all this great stuff. And, you know, after the Eagles beat the 49ers, and people are leaving, and they're like, yeah, get out of here, dickhead. We're going to Super Bowl. No, you stay here, dickhead. Point to a 49ers fan.
Yeah, right. Fucking
like
dickheads.
There's some video. He was wearing a BWO shirt. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. But he's got a pretty big following on YouTube. So check out the Philly captain on YouTube. But and he was talking, and it's like teenage girls like, we're going to the Super Bowl, dickhead. She just called me a dickhead. No, he's going to San Francisco people, dickheads. Dickhead is such a it's a Philly thing. I mean, everybody says dickhead, but
right
with the accent and everything, that's
fucking dickhead. Yeah, it's so much more like aggressive when it's coming from somebody from Philadelphia. You know, like it's just it's so much more like it's like It almost feels like a slur. It's just so aggressive and so nasty when it comes from someone like us.
Yeah.
Now I fucking love it, man.
Yeah, you fucking dickhead.
You fucking dickheads. I'm gonna I think that that sweatshirt is still for sale. So I'm gonna find a link and I'm gonna post it in the. Oh, here it is. I think it's still up. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. I'm gonna post it in the in the Patreon for all of y'all. Go to patreon.com. /Mind of the Meanie and sign up today, and you can watch us laugh and do funny shit in the green room, which is what we were talking about. We were supposed to go to a Super Bowl party tomorrow with the kids, and one of the kids in the neighborhood's got the stomach bug, and so we're going to hang tight. We're probably going to order some pizza and some Doritos, make it easy for the kids, but yeah. What are you doing tomorrow?
Everybody expects me to say McCuskers, but last time I watched the Super Eagles in the Super Bowl, I went to my buddy Donnie's house. He's like a block away from Broad and Chunk. But Donnie and Bev, I've talked about plenty of times on the show. Good friends of me and Mrs. Meanie's. And we're going to go over there. I'm going to sit in the same fucking seat. Just going to fucking sit in the same position.
Get your iced tea bottle ready, right?
Then hopefully have a reason to go to Broad Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
This the stomach bug is nasty, man. I'm not really. I'm like hopeful because they were playing. My boys were playing with the boy who's sick right now, and I'm like, oh fuck. I hope that's the last thing I fucking need is a goddamn stomach bug right now. I don't even have time to take off of work, so I'm just fucking like, no, thank you, man. No, thank you.
Yeah, there's always a good case for a good cause for a good case of diarrhea every now and then if you want to lose some weight.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Getting that thing underneath here, the jowl again. I'm still working out, but like I feel buff, like my muscles are coming back, but there's still this like Delco jowlage going on that I call it because I have the Delco in my jeans. So, I'm really trying hard to get rid of it. But if good case of diarrhea, man, clear you out like 15 pounds. I'm good with it.
Fun fact, did you know that diarrhea is hereditary?
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, it runs in your genes. All right.
It's the shits.
I can't even take credit for that because me and Mrs. Meanie been watching the Last of Us, and the girl got a joke book of puns, and she was fucking nailing them. It was fucking great. But
how is that show? I've heard a lot of really great things about it.
Really good. Yeah. I try not to tell people I watch it because then people. I've learned anything I've learned from watching Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. You have those assholes who like to yell out spoilers. They've read the books, and Last of Us is based on a video game, and Mrs. Meanie played the game a lot, so she kind of knows what's going on and she's my tour guide.
Yep.
And so like I try to stay away from mentioning it on social media because then somebody's like, oh, wait until you see, and it's like, no, I don't want to see it because you just spoiled it.
Right. You're right.
I was going to I wanted to watch the new Game of Thrones show.
Yeah.
And I was just about to get caught. I didn't watch it. I was going to binge it. And then somebody fucking said, yeah, and then such and such, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, no, I don't need to see it.
Yeah. Thanks, dickhead.
Oh, it's a matter. I'm allowed to say that. I was like, yeah, you're allowed to say it, but be considerate. Don't fucking spoil it.
Right. Like, of course you're allowed to fucking say it, but like be respectful of other people's positions that they haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. I got the right to say it. Hey, you have the right to say a lot of things, but be courteous, dickhead.
Yeah. That might be the name of the show. It was Be Courteous, Dickhead. And in parentheses, go Birds.
Write it down.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Yep.
Oh, we don't know later, what we're going to say for the name of the show.
Yep. I'll be texting you and be like, hey, Meanie, do you remember what we were going to call this episode this week? Be like, nope. Got to go back through. Carl will find it.
Yes. So, I think the Eagles will win.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it right now. Eagles 34, Chiefs 21.
I'm going to go with Eagles 118 and the Chiefs 0, as is in scripture. So,
dude, if it happens, my stomach will be so relieved. Yeah, I'm like nervous little farts throughout the day, like you know.
I'm gonna be texting you yo cousins all day tomorrow, man. It's gonna be like all afternoon while the game's going on. Travis from the it's fucking game day. No, I'm gonna do it again. We gotta run it back. We gotta run it back, Pod Squad. We're gonna do it again. Now fuck it out. We'll do it live.
It's fucking game day. Go Birds!
Like the fact that it's like that's literally every person that I've ever met in South Philly, like in Northeast Philadelphia. I mean, like it's literally and John the Baptist too. Y'all know John the Baptist. You ever see that one? The fucking monk. I don't know if any of the Pod Squad knows what I'm talking about, but I'm looking it up right now.
We got to bring the non-Philadelphians up to speed.
Yeah, so there was a painting that somebody found from it's some kind of monk, and it literally looks like every person I've ever seen at Rial's down on Cotman. And
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know exactly what I mean too. And we saw it, we were like, holy Santa Claus shit. He's got a Judge sweatshirt on, he's got the basketball shorts, he's standing outside, yo, cuzzy, yo, can you let me hit me with a steezo before Friday? Everyone.
Got the bowl cut.
That shitty bowl. Yes. That shitty Philly fucking bowl cut that looks like a fucking monk on the top of their head. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man. Every person.
Like, that haircut looks like a prank.
Yeah. It's like someone took one of those, like, you know, the things that you have on your burners in the stove with the hole in the middle. It looks like they put that on their head and fucking cut around. They're like, yeah, dude, that's the fucking shit right there.
Yeah. No, cuz you totally don't look like a dickhead.
I laughed. I literally laughed so fucking hard when I saw that come out. I was like, this is the most, and like, it's such a fucking Philadelphia thing that like you have to live here and have gone to the bars in the city to know that like this dude is probably in some photos I have somewhere from Rial's or fucking Out of Whack Jacks.
And you know that if you take a sip, if you pan down, he's got socks and sliders on.
Yeah, he does, man. You know it.
Sliders.
Yep.
Socks and sandals. Oh,
it doesn't, and it doesn't matter the time of year either. It could be fucking 10 degrees outside. The homie's in a fucking Father Judge sweatshirt, a pair of basketball shorts, and the black socks and the sliders. Like, that's his fucking outfit.
That grosses me out.
Yeah.
Like the socks. Like, what if you're wearing your, like, I hate walking down the hall or somewhere in my socks and you find that random wet spot on the floor and then you got a wet sock.
Yeah.
Imagine being outside wearing socks and sandals and it starts raining.
Oh.
And then you got wet fucking sock toes. The fuck out of here.
But also walking in Philadelphia with socks just exposed like that.
Yeah.
Like, come on. In fucking Philly? In February?
And my socks wouldn't fucking match.
Got an ankle sock and one big tube sock that goes all the way up to your knee.
Yeah, like Meadowlark Lemon from the fucking Globetrotters.
Travis says walked into the barber shop and give me the shemp.
Even shemp would be like, yo, cut. That's out of line.
The shemp.
That's out of line, dickhead.
That's such a specific preference. I just love so much. Oh my God, it's so good, man. Yeah, Google John the Baptist. There are so many every freaking meme I've ever seen about it is just uncomfortably spot on. And it's so good, man. It's just so fucking funny.
It's one of the things I love about the internet. There's things I despise about the internet, but there's shit like that I love about the internet. So, yeah.
We should see if we could do a fucking t-shirt. John the Baptist with a meanie. Oh my God, it's so good. Wearing a BWO shirt, dude. So fucking Schlichter, let's try to do that, man. Fucking John the Baptist with a BWO shirt on. That would be fucking hilarious.
Or not.
Yeah, you don't want Jimmy to have the fucking shirt on? Oh my God.
That's
It's good stuff. Travis also said too, Now that we're fucking done laughing here, Travis said either Meanie or Richard Christie's going to be really happy by the time this episode airs. So
yeah,
we'll see, man.
I went to the Giants game and the Chiefs. Giants and 49ers tailgate and met up with Richard Christie, and he's a Chiefs fan, and his wife is an Eagles fan. So that's going to be an interesting viewing party. But yeah, Wolfie was down there from the Stern Show. He's walking around in the Eagles helmet with the face mask removed. It's fucking great. Richard has a bet with Will from the Stern Show. Mm-hmm. So if the Eagles win, or hold on, yeah, if the Eagles win, Richard Christie has to wipe Will's ass with his Chiefs jersey.
Oh man!
And if the Chiefs win, Will has to wipe Richard's ass with his Brian Dawkins jersey.
Oh God! And Stern's gonna love that shit.
Oh, you know it's gonna be fucking nasty. Just like, white? Nope. You know.
Well, knowing Richard, he's gonna let his ass marinate for a couple of days before they get that fucking done, man.
Oh yeah, he's a country man.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Hey, shout out to Richard Christie, friend of the show. Fucking love him, man.
Pum. Go sing it on the mountain.
I just love.
Thanks to Richard Christie, I've been mentioned in 2 prank phone calls on the Howard Stern Show. One by my God-given name and one by my work name.
Gave you your work name and your shoot name. I love it.
Yeah, they were pranking. They were breaking Riley Martin's balls, and they were having him do an appreciation shout out thing, and they were making up so many like goofy names that they had to throw in like real names, like Hugh Janus, So instead of him saying all the stuff like the Bart Simpson type stuff, they're like Brian Heffron in the mailroom. So, and then he called into an internet wrestling talk show and just started like listing off names in alphabetical order. It's like, back then it was all about the wrestling and, B. Brian Blair, Blue Meanie or whatever it is. Just so thanks to Richard Christie, I've been mentioned on the Stern Show twice.
That's
in the 2 pretty epic fucking prank phone calls.
It's fucking legendary, dude. I love it. Absolutely love it, man.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world of the Blue Meanie? Blue, if you will, his friend Dave LaGreca referred to you. And now my brother only calls you Blue now because he heard that and he was like, that's what we call him, right? I said, of course. Of course is what we call him.
Big rib. I love that Bubba jumped in and went, Blue? You're calling him Blue?
That's great, man.
But nothing else is going on. I had a really good weekend last weekend. Shout out to the folks who run Baltimore Celebrity Fest, Celeb Fest.
Yeah.
Went down there, had an amazing time. What's it called? I had to get up at like some ungodly hour. I would drive to Baltimore to make sure I got there at 9 a.m. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I sat next to Trevor Murdoch, Bushwhacker Luke. I saw Scott Steiner. Saw my one of my students, Steve Macklin. He was there. There are a whole bunch of names there. Sandman was there. Shane Douglas was there. Ric Flair was there. DDP. But the event was amazing. It used to be in this hotel in this like convention room, like a banquet room. Mm-hmm. They moved it to this huge agricultural center, and it was really well done. That's cool. Because everybody's like spread out. You weren't on top of each other. Didn't feel like claustrophobic. So it was a really good time. Baltimore Celeb Fest. I have another one in May. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that because we'll be out of country on my birthday.
Nice.
May 21st, but still, check them out. I'll probably be on the next one. But May 8th. Well, we're leaving for Ireland May 17th, and we're going to land on my birthday. We're going to Ireland for my 50th.
Nice.
Which feels weird to say.
It's 50,
I don't feel 50.
50 this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be
Wow.
50 May 18th. But Mrs. Meanie has been planning it, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We're doing a mountain pub tour where just hop on a bus and we go through the mountains and stop at like a bunch of different local pubs. So you're not just downtown doing the touristy thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a day to chill, and then we're going on a 9-hour Game of Thrones tour.
Nice.
Which is awesome. Again, they pick you up in downtown Dublin, drive you to Northern Ireland, and you get to visit all the exterior like scenes, like the castles and the beaches and stuff like that. So very exciting.
That's cool, man. That's
to
cool.
do. Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun, and that's in May, which I can't believe it's February already, February 11th. It feels like we just turned February. It's February 11th, and before you know it, be fucking. The one thing I've been noticing is the sun's been out a little bit later.
Thank
every
God.
day. Yeah. When that sun goes down at 4:00, it's fucking Depression City. It's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, dude. I can't fucking handle that shit. Walking to the train, man, after work, leaving the office at because I take varying trains, leaving at like 5:00, and it was dark as shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why is this not okay?
Yeah.
Not good for my mental health, pal.
No. So, with the sun staying out a little bit longer, it's going to be awesome. Like over in Ireland, I went to England one time for wrestling. Like you're so far more north that like the sun's out till like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But I'm looking forward to this.
Have you do you feel weird about being 50 or getting old?
It doesn't. I don't feel 50.
Yeah.
Mentally, I don't feel it. Physically, I'm good. But I've had aches and pains since my 20s because of wrestling. Right. So it's just whatever natural aches and pains that come along with turning 50. I haven't noticed anything really that much different. Yeah. It just maybe my knees are a little bit it takes me a little bit longer to get up. Like if I kneel down to pick up something, it's like, oh shit. Let me grab this counter here, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
The frequency of urinating, has that gotten worse as you've gotten older? Because I hear that a lot from people. Like my dad used to be like, oh, I just get up and piss all the time. Like once I turned 40, like, okay.
Nah, I'm good. then again, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
So, I always try to drink somewhat close to a gallon of water a day, if I can. And now I've been drinking this stuff called kombucha.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird how shit works. I started buying this stuff called Health Aid kombucha, and now there's ads for it everywhere. I'm like, are they listening?
They definitely are. They're definitely listening to us through these for sure.
Yeah, I see. The ShopRite and Aldi has it. It's Health Aid kombucha. I get it's called Pink Lady Apple. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
And when I drink it, it's got probiotics in it. So I've been trying to take the probiotics, and since I've been drinking it, I've been shitting bridge cable.
Shitting bridge cable.
Yeah.
My God.
I went from making khaki lassos to bridge cable.
Khaki lassos. I'm just picturing giant fucking bridge cables, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking nasty, man. That's something.
Yeah. Well, that's why WWE, there's this legendary story that WWE was going to switch the rings over to cable rope instead of rope. So whoever ordered a cable ordered the wrong kind of cable, and they brought like a truck, 18-wheeler of bridge cable to the warehouse. And then he just like swore off fucking cable and went back to the ropes. So, well, he didn't leave the ropes, but he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But yeah, just I've been trying to, now that I'm getting older, I want to check, keep up on my gut health.
Yeah.
As I try, I bit and bought, marked out for an ad for Zupu. Tried that. You're supposed to take 2 capsules before bed, drink a lot of water, and it's supposed to be like, to help clear all that, literally clear the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like everything that's clinging to your side, like Sylvester Stallone and Cliffhanger, you're supposed to grab it and just pull it out. That worked pretty good. I did that for like 2 weeks, and I've been doing the kombucha thing with the probiotics, and I feel better.
That's good.
I feel good. Yeah. So, just getting older, just trying to do things a little bit wide, not trying to go overboard.
Right.
Trying to be quiet about it, because anytime I get in a health kick and start talking about it, there's always that one person. And like, you're just like, oh, why did I say anything?
Right.
I was on a health kick, a couple of years ago, and then somebody said something, and it just fucking derailed me mentally, and I was just, what the fuck? So, just trying to do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
To had a couple of years.
That's a shame, though, that somebody made you feel that way, though. That's not. Oh
cool. Yeah.
That's not okay.
There's always somebody who's a booger, just it's a complete fucking bugger, and you're just like, oh
yeah.
That's why what the shame of it is, like, I'm starting to feel like I need to be more and more closed off and just not share as much, because just people just want to argue and fucking say shit, and it's just like, now when I talk with this, like I get around certain people, it's just like it's like I'm having a deposition where I'll question with the least amount of details just to get through it. Oh, yep. Sure.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Sure. Uh-huh. Yeah. Great. Maybe. I don't know. I had a similar situation, man. I was, I guess it was about 2 years ago now. It'll be 2 years this summer. We had come back from Pittsburgh, and we were at, I won't say where, but the person who may be listening knows what he did. And he took a shot at me about my weight. And, I've shared them before on the show. I've been struggling with my weight my entire life, and I was in the best shape of my life. And in right when 2020 hit and the pandemic hit, and my mental health took a hit, and I couldn't go to the gym. And unfortunately, I put some weight back on, and I think it was 2021. And we came out, and he was like, "Oh man," it's like, "Would you find all that weight in the pandemic? Did you find all that weight you lost?" And I looked at him. I was just like, "What? Are you kidding me right now?" He's like, "Oh, I lost weight. I don't have anybody who gained weight." And I was sort of just like, and I already started to get back into my workout program because the gyms were opening again, and I was really trying to focus hard and really get after it. And it really it derailed me for several months. And I was just like, I can't, because you're in that space, you're in that head, trying to get out of your head and trying to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get after it. I'm going to do what I need to do. And then some fucking prick says something stupid to you, and you're just like, it just throws you off completely, and it's not okay. And I was so frustrated. So I'm sorry that happened to you, man. That must be frustrating. But
yeah, it sucks. What are you going to do? But I'm at the place where it's like, it's one thing if somebody tells me to lose weight, but I need to figure it out on my own and want to do it.
Right.
There's things, people try to push on me, and I'm like, if you just let me fucking do it on my own, you need to lose weight. You need to do that. You need to leave me the fuck alone right now. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
I'm opposite day, man. If you get on me about one thing, it's just going to fucking,
Yeah.
And sure, I do the opposite. So it's just like, yeah, I would rather find something on my own and feel accomplished that I did something on my own.
Right.
Than somebody. It's not that, somebody, I'm not anti-encouragement. I'm anti, bullying into doing it,
right.
Somebody bullies you into doing something, or, but like if somebody goes, man, you look horrible, you need to lose weight. Or if somebody goes, hey man, you're looking good, you losing weight, that might trigger a thing. Oh, maybe I am, maybe I should keep it up,
Right. It's
all in the approach.
Well, yeah. And I was talking to Brian Myers about it the other day. He was on the Wrestling Hour as a quick blip. They're doing an event today at Wrestle Pro. And it just like very briefly came up about some of the things that people had said to him at conventions. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, I've been to a couple conventions with Meanie, and like, I can't believe sometimes overhearing the things that people say. I find it jarring to think about people coming up to you and making commentary about like your weight or like something. Like I guess for me, like the level of like tact and the lack of tact really, or the lack of like social approach is like, I don't know. It comes off, and it's like, I know we talked about it before too, but it's just like, the point I'm getting to is what possesses somebody to say something like that? Like, you don't know Meanie as a person. You know what I mean? Like, you know him from television, you know him from the wrestling world. You don't know Brian Myers from anywhere else. You know him from wrestling. And like, what makes you think it's okay to come up and say something like that to somebody? I hope I'm not speaking out of turn or out of bounds here, but it's just like, I don't know why somebody would talk to you like that. And then you have to stand there and basically take it, because if you don't, somebody's going to be like, oh, well, Meanie was this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, you can't win. Yeah. You can't win. So I don't blame you. I can see why you'd be feeling that way.
I was at last year's Steel City Expo, Square Circle Expo, as Square Circle Expo in Indianapolis. Mm. Some older gentleman comes up to me with like a 12-year-old girl. He goes, oh, Meanie had this real life fight, and he starts explaining to her in great detail about the fight between me and JBL. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, and he's saying it with a smile on his face. And I'm just like, really? I was like, hey, my grandmom died from cancer. You want to talk about that too and be happy about it? Just people have no fucking common sense.
Yeah.
It's just, he's like, oh, well, they had a real, and JBL really did a number on him. Like right in front of me, like I can't hear him. It's like, what the fuck, man? Who ties your shoes for you, sir?
Right. Like, why? Again, it's like, it's just even some of the things, again, like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I've necessarily heard anything said to you, but I know that when I was with Lawler, like, people were coming up and saying all kinds of stuff, and it was like, this is not the place to talk about this stuff. This is not the place to address this. Like, this is not the time. Like, he's here, he's fucking drawing something, first of all, like, and you're interrupting him by saying all kinds of stupid shit. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just Meanie.
Yes.
We have breaking news on this program. Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard... It's crazy, right? From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard with your look, Meanie, because Blue Meanie's got that specific beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped's products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using the promo code MindMeanie for 20% off plus free shipping. It's time to tame your mane. No one likes a weird beard, rather. So say goodbye to all your trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit. Meanie, tell me about your experience so far with Manscaped's Beard Hedger Pro Kit.
Well, if there's anything I'm known for besides blue hair is an amazing beard. And I've spent years trying to keep it clean, keep it fresh. And when I open up my package from Manscaped with all those beautiful beard care products, it was like something a dream come true, something I've been waiting all my professional beard care taking life.
It is incredible, and that blue beard of yours is going to look great when we're back at Icons this fall, or spring rather, but even in the fall it's going to look great when you use Manscaped's Beard Hedger Pro Kit. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a juggernaut of fixing faces. This cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. So no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. That right. Face grooming doesn't need to be hard. Get 20 different beard lengths with just one guard. Plus, it's waterproof, so you can shave in the shower to avoid all of that hair in the sink, which is disgusting, especially if you're hairy like me. The titanium-coated T-blade is tough on hair, but smooth on your face, leading to a single-stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. And friends, I feel like that's an innuendo somewhere. The Pro Kit doesn't end there. They have created the 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care. First, there's the beard shampoo and conditioner. You need to remember that all of your hair is different, so the beard hair is more coarse and easier to damage than the hair on your head. That's why this kit has made shampoo and conditioner specifically designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health rather. So when Meanie is out of the ring, he can wash that beard up, and not only does it go from blue to white, it's going to look healthy, natural, and fresh. Next, the kit has Manscaped's beard oil, an essential piece for your man facial accessory. No one wants a guy whose beard is brittle and dry. The oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath, while adding a little shimmer and shine, making you look extra fine. Cap it off with the Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look to attract any fellows or dames, depending on which way you go. The Beard Pro Kit also comes with 3 free gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress, and potentially moonsault off the middle rope. So go get 20% off plus free shipping when using the promo code MINDMeanie at manscaped.com. It's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com and use promo code MINDMeanie. Manscaped Beard Hedger, 1 stroke, 1 guard, 20 lengths, and we thank them, as always, for sponsoring the program.
While you're bringing it up, shout out to Jerry Lawler.
Yes.
Yeah. Had a massive stroke.
Yeah.
It's been a rough past 2 weeks between the passing of Lanny Poffo and the sudden death of Lanny Poffo, which shocked everyone.
Yeah.
And then, this past week, Jerry Lawler had a major stroke.
Yeah.
And, but he's recovering, they said, and he's going to rehab, and there's positives coming out of it, even out of a bad situation, which he was in.
Yeah.
There's some positives coming out of him with the stroke situation. But yeah, what a bad 2 weeks between, Lanny Poffo.
That was
great guy.
That was shot like out of nowhere, it felt like.
Yeah. It's, he was in New York for a couple of appearances, and apparently he was very, very active when media, and he was out and about and all that good stuff, and passes away.
Yeah.
Like, wow. He was a great guy. I got to do a movie with him back in the day called Curse of the Wolf, and he was really good in it, believe it or not.
That's awesome.
And it's one of those, campy, drive-in cinema type action movies, blood, guns, chicks kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he was in it, and he was really good.
Yeah.
And just a great guy to just hang, in between shoots, just hanging around and just shooting the shit. And hello there, Meanie. That's a bad landing. But but yeah, that took me by surprise.
Oh, yeah.
It took a lot of people by surprise. But rest in peace, Lanny Poffo, and get well soon, Jerry Lawler, man. Yeah. Holy shit. That sucked.
Yeah, Lawler, Mark and Dryden actually asked this question during the They Ask Meanie segment, which we'll get to shortly. But no, I have, like I've shared on the show before, I had the great pleasure and honor of hanging out with Jerry Lawler all fucking day. I think it was this past November. I was at the Super Jersey Comic Expo. I got to pick him up from the airport, and I had basically an hour just to hang out with King and ask him really anything. I asked him about Andy Kaufman. I asked him about the Paul Heyman angle. I asked him about Superman. I asked him about the Cleveland Browns. Just really anything that came to mind. And it was it was cool to have that opportunity to just talk to somebody, it was cool. I wasn't a mark about it, but I'm a big Andy Kaufman fan. I think the guy was a genius. And, yes, being able to talk to Lawler about that was, just a probably top 5 moment, and then I'm spending the day with him in this event where he's drawing and we're just shooting, like chatting and, you know, getting to know each other. And then I you know, as I'm dropping him back off at the airport, I was just like, King, it's been like, this has been a pleasure. He's like, let me know when you're in Memphis. Like, I'll bring you over to the restaurant. We'd love to hang out, meet your wife, and, you know, catch up more. I was like, you know, like, that's like, it's crazy, right? Like, just one of those moments. And then I heard he had the stroke, and man, it knocked me off my feet a little bit, man. It was, you know, it's weird, like, to think of mortality in that sense, you know, and like you're with somebody like even a couple months before, or a couple weeks before, or a couple days before, and then the next thing you know, they're gone, or they're injured, or something happens, and it's just like, it just sucks, man. He's just such, and Travis is even saying too, it's crazy to think that Jerry's been wrestling since 1970.
Yeah,
like, that is an insane amount. I mean, it's 50 years ago,
dude. I was born in 73.
right? It's crazy.
So, put that in perspective.
Yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable, and
he still looks great.
Yeah, dude, he looked, and that's the thing too. I want to make sure that was the other part. Thank you for reminding me. Like, when I was with him, he was in incredible, like, what appeared to be incredible health. Like, he was just upbeat, active, aware. Like, I mean, there was no sense that, like, he was as old as he was. You could have thought he was probably 20, 30 years younger, and just, you know, just an unbelievable guy. And, you know, hopeful, you know, best wishes to the King. You know, glad he kicked out, and I'm glad that he is on the path to recovery. Doctors are saying that things should be, you know, hopefully, as long as everything goes well with his rehab, he should be in good shape. But we're rooting for him here, and you know, we're happy that he's still with us. But
I got to have a really cool experience with Lawler back in the day. Joel Goodhart, who did wrestling radio here in Philly on 94 WIP. Well, it was 610 WIP back in the day. He had wrestling radio, and he would, besides running the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, which was the precursor to ECW, he would do road trips. Like, they would do a bus trip down to the Baltimore Bash, or this pay-per-view, that pay-per-view. Just rent a bus, buy a block of tickets, and just go down there. But we would fly down to Memphis. We would get there on maybe a Thursday, and we would go to like the Friday show, Saturday show, Sunday show, and then Monday we go to the Mid-South Coliseum. We'd go to the Channel 5 studio, watch wrestling, watch him tape the Jerry Lawler show, which was you know, his, you know, version of a talk show. But he would have us, you know, in the audience and introduce us, and like before the Saturday show, we would go to, it might have been the Nashville Fairgrounds, or there's another place in Jackson, Mississippi, maybe. One of those places we would stop and we would play softball against Jerry Lawler's team. And there was a guy who was always among us named Fran Helmsley, a small, like, stout, like, guy, a little bit, you know, rotund, but fucking character, you know. And he would put up his hair against Lawler.
Oh, no shit.
Know? And we would always get fucking creamed, and, you know, Lawler would have to shave his head on home plate, you know. So, but yeah, and Lawler was always super cool back then, you know, to us as fans. And then I got to get in the business, and he was super cool to me as a talent. Yeah. So get well soon, Jerry. Appreciate you.
There's a photo floating around of me with him at this event that I've been trying to get my hands on for a couple weeks. And what's cool is, like, so not many, I don't know how many people know this, but he is, like, one of the largest collectors of Superman memorabilia and Coca-Cola memorabilia. And he's also done work with DC. They asked him, they commissioned him to do a cover of some kind for Superman as, like, one of the big anniversaries or something, which is super cool, right? There was a guy that walked up. I wish I could remember. I'm sure I have it in my text messages, but and I have some photos of it, which I might post. But Jerry was sitting there drawing. He was doing some, you know, people would come over and ask him for, you know, they would get commissions, and a guy came over with a blank Superman comic book. It was like a light blue cover, I think, or like a light blue. And there were different sketches of Superman on the front, like Neil Adams and some of the more famous Superman artists. And he was like, I drove out here specifically. He's like, obviously I know who you are from wrestling. He said, but I specifically drove out here to get you to draw Superman on this cover for me. And he was like King was like, oh, that's incredible, you know, and the two of us are just sitting there staring at this book, and it's like all these different artists, and like he's like, eventually, the guy was like, I'm kind of traveling the country to find these different Superman artists to draw their variation of it. And he was just so amazed by how cool this thing was. And like, you know, it was really cool to watch him interact with people because like you said, like he never gave that impression that he was annoyed or that he was frustrated or that he was like, I didn't want to talk about this. You know, like that's a really cool guy right there. That's a cool guy that, you know, and I just thought that was a pretty amazing moment. But yeah, like I said, we're glad he's here and we're glad he's kicked out and, you know, hopefully he gets better soon. So, but Meanie, I do have a question for you, if I may, Blue, to be so bold.
And what would that be, sir?
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to.
It's time to ask Meanie anything.
Ask me something.
Don't forget.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Tweet us your questions using the hashtag #AskMeanie, and we will ask them maybe on the program. You might hear your name on the program. Lucha, our Pod Squad member, wants to know, can I get a birthday shout out? I'm 35 today.
Lucha, 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 Lucha. Happy birthday, Lucha.
Yeah, of course.
Happy birthday.
Happy 35, dickhead.
Yo, dickhead. Happy birthday.
No, dude, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
35, to be 35 again.
To be young and virile again. I remember when I was 35, less than 2 years ago. Seems like a memory now.
Fuck it. Then why don't
Pod Squad member Andy Schlichter wants to know, not really an Ask Meanie, but that Gorilla Monsoon podcast.
Dude,
Yeah.
let me get the guy's name. Hold on. I gotta. Holy shit! Give me a second here.
Yeah, dude.
I want to give a proper shout out, because I shared it on my Facebook. Where are we at? Okay. Let me turn down the volume. I don't want to accidentally give out his shit for free.
I was gonna say I didn't mean to blow your eardrums out with the Go Birds thing either. Sorry about that.
Go to @the_Joe_ MAROTTA Murata,
Mm-hmm.
@the_Joe_ Murata on Twitter. He is doing an AI version, artificial intelligence version of a Gorilla Monsoon podcast. A lot of people who've heard this thought it was a person doing an impersonation of Gorilla Monsoon, and I have to tell them, no, that is a computer where I guess he fed in like clips of Gorilla Monsoon. I don't know. I'm still learning how AI works, but
yeah,
he makes it say it's like, you know, like fucking gorilla shooting the shit, just like he's swearing and, you know, that's when I said, fuck Frenchie Martin, you know, kind of just so many like references. Like if you grew up in that area, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
All the monsoon-isms. Let me see. Yeah. Let me go to his page again. Cause he's got a podcast too. Let me give him. He's got a podcast called, you know, go to @OVP podcast, which is our viewpoint, OVP podcast, and @AWM podcast. They talk about like old WWF.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It's crazy. We're talking about AI right now. Sam Krebs, the executive voice, has been messing with AI stuff, and he sent me this the other day, which is just weird. Yo, what up, brah? This is Robo Adam Barnard here again to freak you out for your Friday. Freaky Friday. Yeah, I like that. Trademark it, Butts Carlton, proprietor. Anyway, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? What kind of sorcery is this? It literally sounds just like me. Like, how did you do that? And he uses some program that, you know, he basically needs a stretch of your voice and inputs it, and then it basically just, you know, say whatever you want it to say, which is
that's the kind of shit that's going to start a war.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Dude, listen to his voicemail. You know, just.
I was like, oh my God, dude, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm going to shut it all down. I'm going to change my voice. Maybe I'll talk like this for the rest of my life. No, dude, that was the monsoon. You were sending me clips of it the other day. I was fucking wailing. It was great. I feel like that is.
Well, the beauty of it is they're like 2-minute clips.
Yeah,
which is perfect. You don't want to stretch it out.
Right.
I don't know what that song is. It's I'm free to do what I want. It's like a cover. It's a cover of a Rolling Stones song.
Yeah.
But it's like it would totally be perfect for a podcast song or whatever. But my hope for this guy is once he gets all the people to his feed to want it, he's got to start stretching them out.
Yeah.
Like do like Monsoon Mondays or something like that. And just, put out a couple on a Monday, you don't want to blow your fucking load too early with it, with the inside, monsoonisms and stuff like that. But like he's working with it. He's like trying to, put the voiceover matches and call matches. Yeah. Which is crazy. So shout out to him, man. Yeah. That's fucking great.
I genuinely wish that podcasting had been around for Gorilla and Bobby. Like, I think that would have been, God, talk about, I can't even imagine what the two of them would have talked about. My vision is just like the two of them doing a show together. Like, you don't need anybody else, just the two of them sitting in a room together, talking about anything. You could read me the fucking phone book and it would have been interesting.
Yeah, especially Bobby too, it was so cruel that his greatest gift got taken away from him. Yeah. Yeah. That's why when there was like a fake Bobby Heenan on Twitter, I kind of fell for it because in my hopes, I was hoping it was real. Yeah. Just to hear his wit, or get to read his wit, to see what's, because I'd met him, even though he couldn't talk, I'd met him and he still had that spark in his eye. Like, he's still Bobby. Yeah. But just, that's how cruel life can be sometimes, Yeah,
it's a shame. It really is. Travis wants to know, have you ever been embarrassed or ashamed by someone in a BWO shirt, whether it's been an online video, picture, or a personal interaction?
Like somebody, have I been embarrassed by somebody wearing one?
Yeah. Or hey, like somebody on the Dallas Cowboys is repping the BWO, and you're like, oh, I don't want to be excited about this.
Somebody from the New York, here's a story. At one of the icons early on, there was somebody at the convention from the New York Giants, and the name escapes me right now. This is like within the last 3 or 4 years, and he walked over my table. I wasn't at my table, so I was doing something on the show, and my buddy Sebastian was there, and the guy from the Giants bought a BWO shirt, and like if I had seen him, I would have, I'm an Eagles fan, but respect, I would have probably just gave him the shirt, But, no, I haven't. Nobody wearing a BWO shirt has done anything to make me go, fuck. Right. So I've been fortunate in that respect. Yeah.
Nobody wearing a shirt during the insurrection or anything like that. God almighty. Could you imagine? Local Philadelphia wrestler, Brian Heffron, aka the Blue Meanie, asked today about the insurrection shirt at apparently one of the members of the Blue World Order. What a fucking news story that'd have been.
And I'm no shit, Bri. You're a hardcore Eagles fan. I'm an Eagles fan, but even the Buffalo Bills kind of did took the BWO logo, and I didn't really get mad about it. I was like, you know what? I'll make shirts. Yeah. And crossed out the word blue and put Buffalo, and Slichter helped do it up for me, and put the hashtag Bills Mafia on it, and sold a few. So, I'm I thought you liked the Eagles. Yeah, I'm also loyal to my wallet.
Bingo. So, yep. We made it a gimmick, pal. Speaking of gimmick, while I read this next question, I just sent you something from Schlichter, which is fucking brilliant. So Chunky,
where to?
Oh, I'm sorry, to your Facebook Messenger, sir. Our friend of the show, Primetime Grape, whose name is now Chunky Love Juice. Fucking disgusting. Hey lads, I'm back from being pretty sick the last 2 weeks with a new question. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. I hope you're feeling better. Dude, right? I told you, man. It's so fucking good. It's so good, man. Fucking Schlichter just crushes this shit, man. I love it so much.
For
the Pod Squad, you got to see this.
Just making sure I wasn't sharing any other messages.
Yo, cuz.
Yo, cuz.
Literally, think about someone saying yo, cuz, and that's the image of the person that I think of.
I got to post that and go, this needs to stop.
This is a crime right here.
Yeah.
Chunky Love Juice wants to know, on Halloween, have you ever dressed up as a cowboy and proudly proclaimed that he is a, quote, the most rootin' booty tootin'est outlaw in the Wild East, complete with finger guns and fart noise? Just like the detail in this question, the detail in this man's questions are just so fucking good, man. I can't.
I got a fucking migraine from laughing.
I mean, not yet, but now that you said something, probably. Like,
read that again, because I popped on the root or whatever.
I'm gonna try to get through this one. On Halloween, have you ever dressed up as a cowboy and proudly proclaimed that he's the, quote, most rootin', booty tootin'est outlaw in the Wild East, complete with finger guns and fart noises? Oh my God.
I haven't, but now that you mention it, I should.
Just fucking walking around, just finger guns and farts. Oh my God, dude. Never stop sending me these questions. Like, yes. I just can't get enough of them, man.
I never want to see them until they come out of
I want to, like, I don't even want to read them until, like, I see his name and I just purposefully scooch right by it because I don't even want to read it until I'm on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, such good shit, pal. That gets a fart noise. There we go. Mark and Dryden wants to know, I was watching WrestleMania 12 the other day and wondered if there was, good show. Wondering if there was ever a chance of Roddy Piper ending up in ECW for a few months. He took a hiatus from the WWF after WrestleMania 12 until September, and then he went to WCW in October. If he had ended up in ECW for a few months in the summer of 96, what could you have seen him doing?
Oh, man. I think the place would have fucking come unglued, just him walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Just like no music, no nothing. Just walks out.
Yeah.
And just fucking listen to the fucking, would have been fucking amazing. If that could have happened, you know. I don't know what he would have done. Fucking bring back Piper's Pit, or I don't know. But either way, it would have been amazing. 96, and 96 was a good year, man. That was a great year for ECW. Hard to say what he could have done, but it could have been like a Stone Cold thing where it's let him come out and cut fucking promos, you know?
Well, I'm sure Paul could have figured something out for him. I
Paul can everything.
Dude, also, too, if you haven't seen that fucking promo they did on Monday Night Raw with Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman, go out of your way to fucking check that shit out. That was flawless. But I couldn't imagine what, just the possibilities are endless with Roddy. Who would you have liked to have seen him worked with in the locker room at that time?
Sorry, that's not the response I was looking for, but
That's okay.
it is bad timing on your part, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have thought ahead on that one.
Nah, it's early. It's early. I mean, our top guy was Shane, so he would probably have to come with Shane Douglas. The promos between those two would probably have been great.
Yeah.
Yes, it might sound like the easy answer, but it's the best answer because have him come in and, I think Mick was gone by then. Him and Mick would have been good, but I think Mick was already off to the WWE by that point. Roddy and Shane, why not?
Yeah.
Lend a little bit of credibility, or have fucking Piper and Funk. I mean, how fucking great would that have been? Two fucking lunatics.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like,
I mean that in the most endearing way when I say lunatic.
But I feel like Piper could have I feel like a lot of times when he was doing promos in WWF or even in WCW, the chain was on a little bit, I feel like Paul would have just been like, say whatever the fuck you want. You know, like, I feel like that's would have been just go out there and do your thing, be you. So a program between him and Funk, I don't know if I necessarily would want to have seen him with anybody like a super physical person, like maybe Taz, because I don't necessarily think that would have been his style. But I feel like Shane definitely is the right answer there.
Promo wise and everything, and Shane being one of the top heels.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Yeah, that shit would have been crazy good.
Watch him slap a sleeper hold on Francine or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
I love Francine. I'm not saying anything bad, but you know, she's one of my best friends. But like in the character way, you know,
right.
Put a sleeper on her, and just, you know, Shane goes to make the save, and he scoots out and he hit the bagpipe music. You know,
yeah. Man, that would have been crazy good, man. And what else is crazy good is doing this program with you every single week. Another fantastic episode here of Mind of the Meanie. Thank you to the Pod Squad. Oh, wait, Travis says Piper and Raven could have been interesting. Let's explore that for a minute.
Oh, absolutely. I think they're very familiar with each other because Raven started his career early on in Portland. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Piper loved the Portland territory to the fact that when WWE was running a show in Portland and Pacific Northwest Wrestling was running, Don Owens was wrestling the same night. He, instead of doing a WWF show, he did the Portland show.
Wow.
Yeah. Head to head with WWE against WWE in the same night. So
crazy.
And there was no big hullabaloo about it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, him and Raven would have been good too.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely would have enjoyed seeing that. But to get back to my original statement, thank you, sir, for your patronage and your thoughts on the world's events every single week. But more importantly, the most important question is, where can people keep up with you when they're not listening to this show?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Blue Meanie BWO. Support the Blue Meanie if you would like to support the Blue Meanie. Eventually, I'll do one of these ad reads where I don't fucking correct myself on the fly. But if you would like to support the Blue Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Blue Meanie. If you would like to support Mind of the Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand. Go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Use coupon code MEANIE to save 10%. But you can also support Mind of the Meanie by using coupon code MIND. So go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Use coupon code MEANIE or coupon code MIND and save 10%. MadCatBeardCare.com. Go over there and get yourself some of the Blue Spruce beard oils and balms. My boy Josh Thornton is doing a great job over there. All proceeds go to take care of the cats. He rounds them up, takes them to the vet, gets them in tip-top shape, and he's doing great work over there at MadCatBeardCare.com. Shout out to my boy Jim Nilsson over at GlaciersOfIce.com. Jim made a 3 of 3 only handmade custom BWO Air Jordan 1 sneaker for Stevie, Nova, and myself. Each pair takes Jim about 50 hours per pair to make. Follow him on all social medias at GOI Kicks. That's GOI Kicks, all forms of social media. You get to see some great behind the scenes photos and videos of him making these wonderful, wonderful shoes. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Go over to Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. Get yourself a video message from yours truly. Let's have fun and try to make somebody's day a little bit better. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you?
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. You can find me on all of my social media outlets. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, which I'm barely on, and Mastodon. At This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. You can also check out my other show, Foundation Radio, by going to foundationradio.net and check out all my interviews and commentary there. You can also check out my new show on the premier streaming network. It's called The Wrestling Hour. We're up to episode 5 already. It features my conversation recently with Brian Myers of the Major Wrestling Figure podcast about his event that's happening tonight. which will be 2 days ago while you're listening to this. But go and check that out at premierstreamingnetwork.com. Brothers Gaddor is also releasing my very first anything merch-wise with the Adam Barnard Wrestling Buddy. I'm just awaiting the prototypes to come in, and then we will put out information about where you can pick them up, as well as my single, and as well as the Mind of the Meanie 2-pack with yours truly and Blue. So go check them out at brothersgaddor.com and check out everything they have right now, including the G.G. Allen Wrestle Buddy, which is fucking amazing. You can go to the Feinberg Method. Work with my trainer, Brad Feinberg. Use promo code Goober and save up to 20% on your purchases, physical and mental well-being. TheFeinbergMethod.com, and tell them that Goober sent you. Go again, like Meanie said, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Keep the lights on here at Casa de Meanie and at the Barnard home for wayward and troubled youth. Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. You can watch us record this early and ad-free every single week. Shout out to our sponsors at Manscaped and the rest of the sponsorships through the show. Meanie, I want to thank you again. We can go ahead and say go birds. Good or bad. Good or bad, go birds. And you will tell by the intonation of our voices and our tweets on Monday how things went at the Super Bowl. Yeah. So for the Blue Meanie, I'm Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip to the mind
Blue World Order
of the Meanie. Peace.
Blue World Order. This episode of Mind of the Meanie was recorded and produced by Adam Barnard and was engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional production and narration provided by Sam Krebs. Our executive producers are Josh Chernoff, Adam Barnard, and the Blue Meanie. Our opening theme is performed by the Swamp Candles. Our closing theme is performed by Chikara. The show contains original music produced by Enrichment. Get additional bonus content by becoming our patron on Patreon at patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Mind of the Meanie. This has been a Butts Carlton media production in conjunction with the MLW Radio Network. Butts Carlton, proprietor. Blue World Order.
Dad, why is Blue Meanie's brain out?
The world of MLW Radio never stops.